Hi everybody, we're gonna start with rolling out our neck. So nice and slow, let your shoulders relax. When you get to the back, make sure your shoulders don't come up with you and really complete that full rotation and reverse to the other side. Now from here, you're just gonna look down and up and down. Make sure you're breathing throughout the entire time. Bring your head back forward and look side to side. Nice and slow. I always warm up the neck before I do anything else. And reach towards your shoulder. And two more just like that. There's a blizzard literally happening right now. So we're just stretching it out because I know a lot of us can't get to a dance class. So here in this stretch, I'm not thinking of moving my hips to the side. I'm staying center and reaching away. So we're gonna do that to the other side. And just think of pushing your hips forward. Get that nice stretch in your hip. And now we're gonna do it again, clasping your hands together. Think of those elbows being glued to your head. And just hold it here, breathing. And up. Same thing, reach up and over. You're gonna feel that stretch in your opposite hip. Breathe and up. From here, we're going to bring those feet together. We're going to dive forward head first and reach for the ground. If you can't reach the ground, that's okay. And bend. Roll it up for 3, 2, 1. And repeat that. Dive it down. 2, 3. Bend your knees and straighten. Roll it up. We're going to take a wider stance out there and same thing, a little quicker down. And you're going to hold it here. Reach to the right leg and just feel your spine lengthen. Keep squeezing your thighs, trying to keep those legs straight. Walk it over to the opposite leg. Keep your weight forward, so try not to lean back. And just relax your head, let everything hang. Bring it to the middle, slight bend in the knees, and let your head be the last thing to come up. One more time, diving forward, and to a little quicker to the right leg, hold. Walk it over to the opposite leg. Breathing to the middle, slightly bend, and roll it up. We're gonna take that right leg, pull it into your chest. Just relax the foot and just slightly rotate the ankle. If you need a little bit more stability, you can bring your arm out. And then once you did about between 4 to 8 rotations, I'm almost falling, rotate it to the other side. Could give a little bend, a little plie without letting the knee go inward. So just hold it right there. Lengthen that leg. You could even pull it out to the side. Give your hip a little love. Since we're still warming up, we don't want to force it too much. And bring it down. Opposite side, same thing, just find your balance. Rotate clockwise, counterclockwise, whatever feels good. Pull it in, a little bend. Pull it up. Open it out to the side. And bring that down. I'm going to take a wide sumo stance, second position. We're going to bring those arms in front of us into first. And just light little bends or plies all the way down, and I'm going straight down, so I'm actually not sitting back. I'm just feeling my inner thighs stretching out, thinking of my knees going behind me rather than forcing my feet. So just a natural turnout position, trying not to collapse the body, trying not to arch. And we're just getting a few more reps in there. I actually have a space heater blowing on me right now because I'm just so cold. So trying to warm up. Let's do 3 more, down and up, 2 more, keep the shoulders relaxed, and just from here, just little tiny pulses, and we're just trying to get as warm as possible before we start stretching on the floor. Okay, let's do 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bring that up, plie, and hold it, and I'm pushing out my knees. So wherever you can tolerate it, you never want to force stretching, especially if you start to feel a pinch. That's your body basically telling you you're going too far. Just enjoy the stretch. If it burns a little bit, try to breathe through it, but you know your body better than anybody else. So just do what feels good and breathe through it. From here, so I'm extending my left leg, but extend whichever leg you want to start with. And I'm in that deep lunge position and I'm really squeezing my thigh. So I'm trying not to let my knee hyperextend too much. So I'm squeezing it, can roll through your feet, and I'm pushing out this knee. I'm not letting it turn in. And I'm just gonna rest in this position, reach out, do whatever you'd like with that opposite foot, and just breathe. Slowly bring it up, and I'm gonna turn over into that lunge and hold it here. And what I like to do in this position is I keep this front foot parallel and I go as far as I can without picking up my heel. So for example, this would be too far. And I'm just keeping it in this position, squeezing that back leg, getting that stretch in the back foot, and thinking of good posture. I'm gonna drop that leg and come up into this position. Now you can move forward and back, just once again to wake up the muscles. Just like that, focusing on your breathing. And I'm gonna do one more and hold, bringing those arms up. Just hit the table, yes I did. And hold. Keep squeezing your glute. So my left leg is behind me, so I'm squeezing my left glute. And breathing, getting the stretch in front of my neck. And down. I'm gonna walk this foot in. So if you wanna put a pillow under your knee, or if you can just tolerate sitting up like this, and then I almost tuck under, well, I am tucking under, and I'm gonna get that stretch right in my hip flexor. I'm just gonna hold it there. I like to add a little side stretch with it, and hold. And then I go back into my lunge. I turn to the front, and I switch to the opposite direction. So back into that deep lunge. Same thing here, you can flex, point, whatever feels good, whatever you feel like you need to do, and then hold it down. And focus on your breathing, squeezing that leg, thinking of the turnout in the opposite leg. And bring it over. Here I am in my lunge. Same thing. You hold it for as long as you feel like you need, but I'm just moving through it. And bringing it down. And I'm gonna go forward and back 4 times. Nice and easy. And back. And forward. And 3. And 4. And I'm going as deep as I can without my heel coming off the ground. I'm gonna bring this leg in and tuck under, holding it, and breathing and reaching in the opposite direction. Little side stretch there. And coming out of it. So from there, I'm now back into my deep lunge. I'm gonna take a seat on the floor and we're gonna do the figure 4. So this one, if you've ever taken my dance class, is my favorite stretch. So some people do put it here. This is just as good. I'm gonna cross it. Highly recommended for your glute and your hip area. And I just reach forward. I think of like 3 to 4 breaths. So for example, inhale and exhale. And again, inhale, exhale. You can even arch your back, more of a flat back position. It will actually intensify this position. Coming out of it, pulling that knee and doing that spiral away from the front leg and switching. Same thing, opposite leg, reach forward. You guys know the deal. I'm relaxing my foot. I'm not pointing or flexing, just enjoying the stretch. Thinking of that 3 to 4 breaths and doing a flat back. I'm also trying to breathe, but I'm very sniffly. So breathe and then twist. Sitting up nice and tall. And slowly come out of it. I'm gonna face this side so you can see me a little bit better. So from here, especially as dancers, we're always working our feet. So I always like to flex and point. Sometimes I'll bring my arms to first, just to give a little bit more for the upper body. And my toes are always the last thing to point. So as I'm rolling through the ankle, I spread those toes apart and up. Just gonna turn it out and then turn it in, out, and in, or you can keep your arms back here, and in, and out, and in. reaching forward. If you can grab your feet, great. If not, just reach wherever you can. Even if this is the furthest you can go, the more you do it a little bit every day, you eventually get lower. So just hold it down. I like to think, for those of you that are a little bit more advanced with your stretching, think of pulling yourself nose to the toes. So we're gonna hold it here for 4 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Think of trying to press your knees into the ground, straightening those legs. Inhale and exhale, and hold it here for 3, 2, 1. This one burns a little bit more, but we're gonna flex the foot and pull those toes back. And now, if this is still too easy for you, you can still think of that flat back, opening up the chest, pulling your heels off the ground, and getting the elbows down. And same thing, oh, it burns. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And roll it up, shake it out. Okay, we're gonna open to a straddle, second position. I just kicked the couch. If you're reaching, so I'm reaching to my left side right now, think of the right side being heavy on the ground. So reaching over, sometimes I look up. Really just depends on what feels good for you. And squeeze those thighs. Try not to let there be any space between your knee and the ground. So hold it. And then I think nose to the knee. And I feel that stretch right here when I do that. So I get my elbow down to the ground, I just hold it here. Same thing, 3 to 4 breaths. If you need to hold it longer, hold it longer. And then from there, I reach to the diagonal middle. If you're not going as low as me, do not worry. Just consistency, we stretch to feel good, not to worry about what it looks like. And roll it up nice and easy. We go to the opposite side. So hold it here. And breathe, 3 to 4 breaths. And up, and just twist, thinking of the opposite leg, staying turned out, holding it here, and then diagonal center. Whatever you do, you're doing it. So the fact that you're making time for yourself is what matters, and that's what I always tell my students. You do it because you love it, you do it for you. So we're gonna flex again, then we're holding on to that rotation and reach to the middle. And we're gonna think of squeezing those thighs as hard as we can. So inhale through your nose, exhale, and again, inhale, and exhale, and breathe. If you can get a little bit deeper into the stretch, roll it up. Okay, so for this stretch, this one is a little bit more advanced. It's an over split, so your middle split. So I'm gonna show it to you a little bit modified, where you're bending your legs and your knees are in the same line as your hip. So you can hold it like this, or know how to do the full middle split, then you would hold it here. So you can squeeze it for 3 breaths. I don't know why I said it like that. Inhale and exhale, and last one. Go ahead and slowly come out of it. All right, so let's bring it down to the floor. So my feet are hip width apart. My head is on the ground, my shoulders are relaxed, and I'm just rising up and down. So I do these in pretty much all of my dance classes when I teach technique. And I always tell my students, try not to lead with the rib cage. Even if you're not going as high, just think of activating the glute. So as long as you're firing that up, you're also gonna feel it in your hamstring. It kind of feels like underneath your legs, they're like squeezing a ball. So that's what it should feel like. Some people also feel stretches up here because you're pretty much stretching that as you're contracting underneath your legs. Totally not counting. So we're gonna say 4 more, 3 more, because we're treating this more like a warm up anyway, and up. And I'm just gonna pulse it here for 8, I'll count this time, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sometimes I like to add my arms just to give a little bit more, because I feel like sometimes when you're doing so many glute bridges, you'll actually use your arms to get you up. So that's why I like to pick them up, just so you know I'm using my legs, not my arms, to hold myself up. So hold it here. We do so many releves as dancers, so I always encourage my students to do the reverse, which is called toe lifts. So while you're up in this position, Think of flexing your feet, and you're gonna feel the front of your leg, so your shin area contract. And it's really good because it's like a reverse releve. So you're strengthening all parts of your feet and your ankles. Okay, let's do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Hug your knees into your chest and just hold it here. Think of your knees together, feet together. And as you're in this position, you're actually trying to think of lengthening your spine rather than trying to round it more, and hold it there. You're gonna take both legs up. So every class I teach, this is not the favorite stretch, but it's definitely beneficial, especially for those of you that get comments about straightening your legs, because it's gonna get your calves and it's gonna get really underneath for those hamstrings. So if you could grab your feet, awesome. If not, you can use a stretch band, you could use a dish towel to pull, or you can just grab a little bit lower. So you don't want your glutes to come off the ground. You want to press it into the ground, shoulders down, squeeze. This burns. We're gonna do it together. So deep breath in and out. And really flex, lengthen, straighten those legs, shoulders down. Breathe and relax it. Okay, we're gonna take that right leg, pull it into your chest. So we're gonna pull up that leg, hold it here. So just do what feels comfortable. And I'm staying here for about 15 to 20 seconds, I think. And bend. Bringing it to the side, same thing. I always see a lot of my students where they'll take their leg and then turn away. So their head would basically be like this as they're stretching it. So you want to pretend as if you were standing and you want to pull the leg to you. So that's where we are in this side extension, and not letting the bottom leg go in. So keeping it nice and straight. And pull, you can flex, point, squeeze both legs, squeeze your opposite glute, and slowly bring that down. Shake it out. Okay, from here, opposite leg, pull it in, and extend it up in front of you, and just hold it. So I am a righty. I prefer doing my choreography, my dances, everything on the right, but my dance teachers, they were amazing. They always pushed us to be a righty and a lefty. So that's why we constantly turned and jumped and basically did all of our extensions in technique class on the right and the left. So just hold it there and slowly bring it down, shake it out. Now from here, we're just gonna work our back. I'm gonna lay on my stomach into a Superman position. And I'm gonna press my palms into the ground, and I'm gonna slowly bring it up 2 counts and down for 2. Make sure your back feet aren't sickling, and shoulders down. Breathe in. Breathing and talking is really hard. And down for 2. And now look up, shoulders down, and down for 2. And up and down. From here, I just like to lift my legs a little bit, hold it, engage my glutes. I'll bring my legs together or apart, whichever feels good, whatever challenges you the most. And then I'll add a little bit of a rise, and I'll hold it there. I'll bring my arms to 5th. Feel everything engaging. And hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And child's pose. Okay, let's go into our bridge. So if you know how to do a bridge, great. If you do not, completely skip this step and just fast forward the video. Get right up and hope for the best. But we're here. Hold it. If you are in this position, great. Think of your belly button going up to the ceiling and hold it. Nice and easy. And breathe. So last but not least, I always like the split to be the last picture, the last pose. And I always tell my students, if you don't have your split, don't just stretch your split. All these other stretches that we did is what's going to help you hit this pose. That's what I like to call it, more of a pose rather than a stretch. Now, yes, you are stretching in your split, but think of that as the end result to all of the hard work that you stayed consistent with. So from here, depending on your level, you're just gonna hold it. And when you're in your split, try not to sit. So I'm in my right split. I wouldn't just sit on my right glute because I wouldn't be on top of my legs. So from here, I also like to do more of a gymnastic split where I turn the back leg in to get that extra hip stretch. So I'm holding it here. My foot's hiding, but I'm winging it out. So I'm making sure that my foot's not turning in, and my back foot as well. If you point too hard, I don't even think I could do it. Oh, there you go. You'll sickle. So hold it there. And then the opposite side, I could have just kept my legs straight, but hold it here. Same thing, keep squeezing your legs. You can arch back, reach forward, but I'm going to keep it a little bit simple today. And then we're going to do one more figure 4 stretch, just because we did a lot on our hips. And hold it here. Think of those 3 to 4 breaths. You also don't want to forget to stretch out your arms, so just keep the shoulders down, extend that arm as straight as you can, and look over. My right arm across my body, so I'm looking over my right shoulder, feeling that stretch in my tricep, and switch. Switch your legs into figure 4, reach forward, breathe. And bring it up. We already did the other stretch. So now you tap the same shoulder. So this is my left arm, left shoulder. Instead of bringing it across, you really want to get that stretch in your tricep. So I like to think of this hand trying to touch my legging. So it's going down while I'm closing this position with my elbow. And breathe. It's a really good stretch. And switch it out. Same thing, touching your same shoulder and breathing. And just to conclude this stretch, we're just going to do a plank. So into this position, onto your elbows, and just engage your core. So now you can time this for as long as you want, but I'm honestly just feeling it. So think about 30 seconds, but I have no timer in front of me, so I'm just going by just a feel-good plank, just to feel my center, all that hard work you just did. Basically, it's just a great way to conclude it. Let's hold it here for 10 more seconds. Relax your hands. And bring it down. One more seal. And child's pose. And just take a minute to breathe. And let your head be the last thing to come up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and stretching with me. If you guys like this video and would like me to do more talk through stretching workout videos, comment down below. And if you are in the New York area and you are in this blizzard with me, I hope you stay safe and I hope the rest of your week is great.